What's up, guys? It's Amew here, and we are going to be discussing tracer rounds today. So we're going to go over a few different things, some experiments that I've ran using the tracers to see if they do actually cause more damage, like many message boards, players, and YouTube comments seem to suggest. So in the newest update, you can see what weapons have tracer rounds attached. The company's might here has the shadow tracer rounds attached. And tracer rounds come on many different guns. Normally, you do have to buy them. So the community is torn, as you can see here on what they do. They're saying that when you get shot by the tracer rounds, it's off-putting. It gives your position away, so you get third-partied easier. You get blinded when you get shot in the face. Brendan W. here says they are a huge advantage, pay to win. They blind you. They, no question, they do more damage in Warzone. They drop you in like 2 bullets every time. 1,000% more damage, not to mention how they blind you and completely throw off players' focus. I've also noticed how different sound and vibration when being shot. Total bull, I'm sorry. Every friend I have has bought purple tracers for the growl, basically saying that they normally got 3 kills, they put the tracers on, and now they're getting 7 to 10 a game without any issue. Tracer rounds do more damage, as well as it says it in the game files, which I've personally never seen. But here we're seeing Desmond saying, I die 10 times faster than I do by normal bullets. So we went ahead and did an experiment here with the AN94. On the left side, you're seeing shadow tracers. On the right side, you're seeing the same exact AN94 with no tracers. And to the head, we're getting a 3-burst kill. To the body, it's looking like it's going to be the 4-burst kill here. Once again, shadow tracers on the left and no tracers on the right. And even on limb damage here, we're going to have a 5-burst kill on the opponent. So for this test, we used a 250 health limit, which is standard for a fully armored character in Warzone, or a fully armored player in Warzone. And here we used another gun just to test to see if different tracer rounds from different guns and different variants and blueprints did anything differently. So the M4 with the 1776 tracers killed to the head with 6 shots, and the M4 normal variant with no tracers also killed in 6 shots. So we're seeing the body 1776 with tracers and the M4 with no tracers. They're doing literally the same exact amount of damage, same exact amount of shots to the head, the body, and to the foot or limbs here. So we found the experiment pretty eye-opening. So this guy's saying, all I know is every time somebody's shooting me, I can't see anything. My screen turns into one flashing color. So I'm being literally shot in the face at point blank with the tracer rounds. And as you can see, they're blasting off of me, creating a kind of a mist or a color smoke every single time I get hit. But on my screen, you're only really seeing the blood coverage and the normal hit indicators of you being shot. On the shooter's screen, it shows that all the tracer smoke and everything is flying off of your face. But when I'm being shot right in the face directly by tracers, I'm not seeing any difference as far as any obstruction to vision at all. So far, they do no damage, and they do not obstruct my vision whatsoever. As you can see from the shooter's perspective here, it does look like the tracers are blocking the vision, but we didn't really see that. So we went ahead and equipped some 60-round mags on our guns, and we did some tests on the environment. As you can see, he's shooting the side of the door here, and it is actually creating a little bit of an obstruction of vision if you were to be shot. If you were in the middle of a gunfight and it was getting heated, those bullets popping up in front of you could have some effect on your line of sight and could obstruct your vision. These were definitely more noticeable with the shadow rounds, more so than the 1776 rounds. As you can see here, through sustained rapid fire, it will definitely create more of an issue with visibility going forward. It's pretty crazy, the visibility differences here that we're seeing, but interesting. I mean, the experiments as a whole were just super interesting. And we also tested standard rounds as well. So he came back with a gun that did not have any tracer rounds and just kicked up some dust from the actual counter here. And as you can see, those rounds are definitely not nearly as obtrusive or blocking to your vision or detrimental to your line of sight as in comparison to the tracers. So the tracers, as far as any type of environmental vision blocking, they definitely do so. As you can see here, I'm firing directly at this counter. I cannot see his character model behind the dust and the 1776 tracers at all. So, like when you're firing here, we were also discussing how it could be detrimental to how you are targeting your enemies. So if we were looking at an enemy through that glass all the way on the other side and I was hitting the side of this bus by accident, or my aim wasn't as good, or somebody was firing at the bus in front of me and it was causing these tracers to hit, we were noticing that it does obstruct your line of sight completely, and you can't really see forward. We also did some experiments with windows here. We shot at it because we figured that they would stick to the window and then create an obstruction of the line of sight. It only really did that with 1 to 2 shots. But that first shot that sticks to the window might obstruct a little bit of vision there, but it's really not that big of a deal. So as far as these being pay to win, I'm just not convinced yet. And as you can see here from the left and the right, we have the tracers on the left and the regular bullets on the right. So this experiment shows through your aim down sight the obstruction of tracers versus not. It actually looks like close up like this when you're hitting a target, it has more of an ability to obstruct your vision more so than an enemy's, and it may be more detrimental for you depending on the tracer type to fire, firing at a close range compared to a long or medium range engagement. As you can see here, all the tracer rounds kicking up all that that extra dust and all of the color is causing an obstruction to the vision there. So this guy's saying they're a huge advantage, especially using it in Warzone to track an enemy at a distance. So we had one of our other players run across the screen to see if the tracers were easier to use to kind of gauge your shots further out. With iron sights, I didn't really notice a huge difference, but with the VLK here, we noticed quite a bit of a difference with it being easier to lead your shots and know where your bullets are landing. So they can help you lead your shots at a further distance. So from our experiments and what we were seeing, I don't believe that the tracers are pay to win. They don't do more damage, and they can really only help you at distance. They can actually obstruct your own vision worse sometimes. But I will say, they can, under very heavy sustained fire, cause some obstructions to the line of sight. But as far as saying flat out they're pay to win, I'm not convinced. They don't cause more damage, and they really only help with the line of sight at distance and tracking the enemies with some of the longer range engagements. So let me know what you think. Hit that like button, share this video far and wide, and comment away. Let us know what you think. Are tracers pay to win? Do you feel they do more damage, and do you feel that they give you an advantage in Warzone? I know where I stand on it. Let me know where you stand. Thanks, guys. See you in the Warzone.